Hello and welcome to Weekend Investing Daily Bytes. Today is September 1st. We are shooting episode number 84. We're going to talk about how to do your SIPs, especially in the context of momentum investing strategies. Small case algorithm works in a specific way, and we'll figure out how to best use the opportunity for doing SIPs for momentum investing strategies. First, I look at the market. So after many days of a strong run, after Monday and Tuesday of great buoyancy, we opened up, but during the day there was profit taking, and the entire day was spent basically in some profit taking, and the indices coming back to where they were near yesterday. Banking and consumption stocks, they were rallying, whereas metals, commodities, and IT stocks also. Rupee has been pretty strong in the last couple of days, so these sectors were taking a slightly softer stance. In terms of the indices, you can see here, Nifty ended down minus 0.3%, and CNX 200, CNX 500 were flat, and the small cap and the large, small and mid cap segment was up by just about a 0.25%. Nifty Next 50 was up 0.7%. So Nifty Next 50 has done very, very well in the last 1 month, up 6.4%. And the corresponding weekend investing small case Nifty Next 50 10 is up 13% in the same time period of last 1 month. And for this week, it is up 7.7%. So phenomenal performance by NNF 10. The other strategies were very muted, ranging from minus 0.5% to about 0. Plus 0.1% today. So nothing really to report much on this. So today we're going to talk about what are the best ways to allocate your SIPs. A lot of people are doing SIP based investing, which is very good, especially in these elevated markets. SIPs are the best way to even start your journey, and once you have started to continuously add more capital to your small case. So let's see where we are. So again, this is the Weekend Investing Hub, where you will be able to see a lot of content. The links are there on the Twitter handle as well as in the description below. And if you go to the library tab, you will find that all these content items are available to you, and we are continuously adding more content items so that each and every part of small case investing is crystal clear in terms of procedures, in terms of what is doable, what is not doable, where what costs are involved, so on and so forth. In how do you if you are managing your stocks manually, how do you inform small case, so on and so forth. So today we are going to talk about this item number 24 in the library on how SIPs work in small case. So you can click the link here and you'll come here. Now, the usual query, and we've been getting this very frequently, is that people telling us that they've noticed that your SIP based addition is going to the stocks which are currently down and maybe about to exit the portfolio also. So why this is happening, and what is the solution, and can I improve on this? So the first thing to know is that small case runs a specific logic of the SIP. So if let's say a portfolio has 20 stocks and one stock is, let's say, 5,000 rupees value, then if you are, let's say, sipping less than 2 times that maximum value, then the SIP won't work. So the minimum criteria for the SIP is 2 times the largest component of your portfolio. That should be the minimum SIP amount. So while the SIP can be 5,000 rupees or more, but if the largest constituent is slightly larger than, let's say, 2,500 rupees, then your minimum SIP amount will also go up. So this was one part. Now, the way the SIP algorithm works. Now, let's say the minimum investment required for that portfolio is 1 lakh. Let's say 20 stocks and minimum required is 1 lakh. Now, let's say you put in 20,000 as SIP. So, assuming for simplicity's sake, all of them are worth 5,000 rupees each. So, the SIP has to go to 4 stocks to allocate 5,000 each. How will it do that? How will the SIP decide which are those 4 stocks where it needs to go and add this SIP value? And then next month when you add another SIP, which of the 4 stocks will it go and add at that point of time? So there is an inbuilt logic in the SIP algorithm. I cannot change that, and the Smallcase algorithm is already there. What it does is that it compares your current constituents with the ideal composition of the model, and it tries to find which is deviating the most, which are those stocks which have deviated the most. So if in the model portfolio something is at 5% and in your portfolio it is at 3%, and while other components are nearer to their model portfolios, it will go and add to this component first. So the SIP amount is first invested in stocks where the weightage might have reduced. Now, with every installment, the algorithm ensures that your constituents are trying to match the model portfolio in the long run. So with each SIP, the algorithm is trying to push your portfolio closer to the model portfolio. That is the basic logic. Now, what happens in momentum investing is that we are wanting to let our winners run and we want to drop our losers. So what may happen is that some stocks, as they start to lose, their weights obviously will drop respective to others. And between now and the next model portfolio update, if you are doing a SIP, the algorithm might try to add to the stocks which are losing, because it finds that they are away from the model portfolio right now. So it may add to the losing stocks instead of adding to the winning stocks. So adding to the winning stocks is not possible through this logic because the weights are going up there. So let's consider an example. Consider a hypothetical 4-stock portfolio with 25% allocation to each stock. So there is a small case, 4 stocks only, 25% each allocation, current market price at 25 rupees each, and we invest 100 rupees, it will allocate, or we invest 10,000 rupees, it will allocate 100 shares per stock at 25% each. This is your current day 1. Now, let's say after 30 days, before the SIP, the portfolio looks like this and the weights have fluctuated. So now stock A instead of 25% is now at 30% weight, stock D is at 20%, stock C is at 22%, stock B is at 28%. Suppose this is now the makeup of the portfolio. Now, when you do a SIP, the SIP will try to, and let's say the model portfolio weights had not changed, just for example, ideal world sake, that they haven't been changed. Now what it will try to do is it will try to push the 20 towards the 25% region, right? So stock C and D is where the SIP will get added, and stock C and D may be the ones which on the next rebalance may be getting out. So it is a bit counterintuitive and bit futile to add to stocks which are going out. But not all stocks which drop during some period go out. They could go back up and you may actually gain by adding there. So it is not very clear if this algorithm is totally harming you or it may be neutral over a longer period of time. So once you've allocated to this C and D, you see that their weightages have also now gone up from 2022 to 23-24. Now, repeatedly, if we keep adding to losing stocks and they keep falling out, I'm making this total the two as a causation and correlation, is that if we keep adding to lower stocks, reduced weightage stocks, and they keep falling out, then yes, our additional SIPs would have gone futile. We may lose very incremental amounts because our incremental SIP is coming in, and on that and some incremental loss may happen. But nevertheless, the logic should work to our favor in all situations. So what is the solution here? One solution is that we manage the order. So when we are doing the SIP, we use the manage order option and we try to add to the winning stocks. That may be a bit aggressive, but that may be one of the ways of doing it, or at least not add to the losing stocks. This may be a bit complicated for the new user because adding SIP and then managing it and changing all the weights, comparing it to the model weights, it may become a bit overwhelming, and as it takes you away from the smooth one click process. But this is one solution. The other option which I personally like is don't do the SIP. Instead, you accumulate your money elsewhere. Let's say in the free NG 50-50 strategy, and you accumulate SIPs. Once you have enough SIP amount which can be added in a invest more fashion, so that in case the small case has a 1 lakh minimum and you are doing a 20,000 SIP, so you accumulate 20,000 into either in your bank account or in a strategy like NG 50-50. And once you have that 1 lakh ready with you, then you deploy it using invest more, so that it gets deployed uniformly across the entire spectrum of the strategy of the constituents. So these are the two options that you can use to try and better the allocation of SIP. Although the current allocation of SIP should also work, but I don't have any data to prove either way, and I have an apprehension that some of the SIPs which go into lower weightage stocks may actually not be adding to our advantage. So these are the two solutions for slightly more advanced users who wish to do this and try to improve their performance. So this is all I had for today's presentation. Thank you so much for watching these videos, and let me know if you are wanting some specific topics related to our work, related to the kind of strategies that we have, which you want me to take up, and I will do that. Thank you. I'll see you in another video. Bye.